social networks. You can create your own. Years ago, you had to have a web technician or pay somebody. Right now, you can go to any site and create a whole platform and have people join and everything like that. And voila. You've created it and you got your information and you can tell people anything you want them to know. We have to use some of those and we have to go to the ones where people say, I don't have a Facebook and I'm not doing a MySpace. That's for children and Twitter. Oh my God. You better use them because the people are out there. And if you want to reach them, you got to move with the tech. You got to roll with the technology. This is what I'm trying to make people understand.
Well, you know, our agency, for instance, doesn't even want to send an email
to
clients.
See, they're not bright. Okay, I'm not saying anything about it, but they're not bright.
And see, I want to also interject here that the other part that keeps coming up is that the more we deal with this situation holistically, the more that we are culturally, really, not just culturally sensitive, but culturally empowered in how we deliver the various services that we provide, the easier it's going to become for those women that may not feel that they have the power because they're going to feed off of what you give them. That's still allowing them to be themselves. It's not like you're telling them what to do, but you are actually just illuminating so much positive energy, so much positive reinforcement, so much encouragement to what they could be doing. You give them like 10,000 options, even if they just pick one. Because that way, they will be able to gain from that experience, even if it's just a few words, whether it's and I keep saying it, whether it's a Debbie intervention or an intervention that you create, whether your policies and procedures are functional, whether they're dysfunctional, because we are living in a society that is completely dysfunctional. So it's very difficult to be, hope I haven't stepped, are there any federal people? I thought about it at first, I was like, but no, seriously, right.
Yeah, right.
Well, see, this is what I'm saying, but even if it's federal funds, it doesn't mean that you lose the humanism and the humanity in what you're doing. If we can, like, do that at the same time, I know that sounds like, walking on ice and the bottom is gone, but I'm like, or better than that, doing a walking on water movement. Because that's what we're doing. We're actually taking a very holistic approach to an institution that is designed to be oppressive for women, men, their children, families in general. So if we can...
people have that kind of vision, though.
But see what I'm saying? Well, that's why we're pushing it.
That's why you're here.
Right.
I was just getting ready to say, see, you're not only going to have... I not only have to educate the people who, I don't like the word client, the people who I'm working with, I'm trying to help. I also have to educate the time. And the only thing you have to do is whoever the supervisor is, they just got to take care of it, handle it. Make sure the people ain't playing all day. But let them use these tools to reach the people, and you have to educate them. Because they can say no, but you have to, before my father understood about domestic violence, I must have talked to him for about 6 years before he asked the first question. Well, do these women have any place to go? That was his first question, but before it was like, well, they're stupid. Well, they get what they deserve. And it was on and on and on and on and on and on like that. And I just had to tell him so many ways before he decided that it was his idea that he needed to help, that women needed help.
One shelter to another shelter to another shelter, and it's like that already imbalances her.
And the children who are involved, they got to move from school to school.
Yeah.
Right.
I just want to ask, with that in mind and for the purposes of what we're doing, would you please, dígame en español, por agradece.
¿Qué digo?
Dígame.
Lo que dije en español.
Sí.
Que trabajo con mujeres latinas, que la experiencia de que ellas hayan ido a los centros de refugio para violencia doméstica muchas veces también pasa de la higiene, las ratas, muchas cosas que están ahí. Pero que aparte de eso es que el hecho de dar el paso de ir a un centro de violencia doméstica ya es un gran paso. Y el momento que llegan y se sienten solitarias porque no hablan su idioma, porque no hay un grupo de apoyo en su idioma, puede que ellas tengan que volver a su casa porque no se sienten cómodas, se sienten aisladas. Y después el hecho de pensar en opciones de casa, que sea de vivienda, que sea permanente, que no tengan que ir de un refugio a otro, es otro de los temas que es muy importante pensar para ayudar a mujeres con violencia doméstica.
Sí, gracias por todo.
Covered it all.
And those are things that we need to look at. Married, have other kids outside of the marriage, they're doing the beating up, they're doing the this and they're doing the that. But more females need to take on those roles at the table when discussing female issues, specifically that of domestic violence.
That's right.
The best bloggers on the earth are under 16 years.
That's right.
And the site builders too.
And,
Fantastic.
and that's a way that you can get them money for their skills.
Exactly.
And then you can train them on the issues at the same time. It's intergenerational, it's integration, because you want your young people to know the issues of the elders, and you want the elders to be able to relate to the young people without talking at them, but working with them.
You know, I want to say in the Bay Area, there are very few shelter beds for women. So even though women may not always opt to move to shelter in the Bay Area, they may not have a choice.
There is that ability to mandate things in certain areas. You can create the kind of situations that will enhance what they do out there. See, and that's why I'm so happy to see you here, because creating is a part of, and we, like I said, sometimes I gotta, I used to have to, educate the administrators, and so.